What's going on, everyone? It's Stardust here. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a different sort of video. It's going to be more of like a conversation with everyone here. It feels to me that obviously today was a massive L when it came to Avengers for a couple of different reasons that I'll go through. I'll go through it now. Essentially, people's IP addresses were showing in game on PlayStation 5. So if you tried to stream the game, of course, your IP stuff would be up on the screen for everyone to see. Now, obviously, the streaming community in Avengers is relatively quite small. There isn't a lot of content creators who pull big viewers or viewer amounts. Doesn't make it okay. It doesn't. I'm just trying to just explain a little bit about the severity of the situation. I like to imagine no one did get doxxed from it, but I don't actually know, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know the situation of that. Obviously, if you have, comment down below. I just wanted to talk a little bit, because if you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll know that today I had quite relatively passive thoughts about the situation. Now, essentially, I had said, I'm a player of the game, right? I don't make money off making content. I don't make money off Avengers content at all. I don't make money in general, right? I don't pull in thousands of viewers or anything like that. So, I was saying from my own personal experience, this IP address thing isn't a big deal. It's a bit visually annoying, obviously, but the boss fight's fun. Everything else is pretty entertaining. So, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Obviously, that wasn't the popular opinion to have, right? That wasn't sort of like, I shouldn't have said that, essentially. And I was getting fucking hammered left, right, and centre on Twitter, which is fine. It's Twitter at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? So, I wasn't expecting people to pat me on the back for being honest. But, obviously, I was getting a lot of people, being like, "Oh, you're downplaying this, you're doing that, you're doing the other." I just want to point out that there is no downplaying this situation. No one is downplaying it. The 20 articles that we are going to see or have already seen from this are going to go into detail very severely. The hundreds of videos, including this one, in all fairness, are going to go into details about what it was. You think that I'm downplaying it. I don't need to downplay it. I don't even need to upplay it. It's your IP address being shown on screen. I don't have to fucking, I don't have to exaggerate it, do I? It's very much as it says on the tin. There you go, But obviously, the thing is with the Avengers community is that if you don't screech with everyone else, you basically get kind of shat on for it. And I was seeing a lot of people tweet out, like, don't downplay other people's experiences and stuff like that. And it just wound me up a little bit, because people downplay my experience. People were downplaying my experience, that I enjoyed something as a content creator because I was able to look past the fact I couldn't make content. Now, of course, the IP address thing is bad, but, fuck me. Like, in this community, you would think that I am one of the biggest fucking fishes to fry in the entire world. Like, you would think I am so popular. I'm just a kid with 400 subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I appreciate every single subscriber, it's not mental numbers. I'm not PewDiePie, do you know what I mean? And it just seems that, like, there's the ridiculous amount of expectation that is had on my opinion. It's a bit overwhelming, you know what I mean? Like, if I put an opinion out there that doesn't quite match the majority, then all of a sudden I'm a fucking shill, I'm a fucking sellout, I'm a scumbag motherfucker, right? But if I do the opposite, and I say, like, for example, I say about Red Room, right? Obviously, I wasn't massive on Red Room. Then, I'll be called fucking, no, all of a sudden there'll be silence, right? There'll be silence from those sort of individuals. I'll hear nothing. I'll hear absolutely nothing, you know? Which is interesting because I'm speaking to the majority, right? I'm speaking to popular opinion. As soon as I talk about the opposite side of it, where I say, look, guys, look, the IP address thing's pretty bad. But if you're just a player, you don't stream the game, you don't take pictures and that, it's not really that bad. Nah, mate, you're getting the 9 to 5 hours of shit for that one tweet, and it's a lot of responsibility to put on someone's shoulders. But like at the end, I understand. Obviously, I do the stuff with High Ruler. I talk about the game every week. It's a pretty sort of it's a bigger thing. I get that, right? But the thing is, me and High Ruler don't agree on everything. So, calling me a fucking, an uneducated sidekick, that shit's funny. You don't own me with that. That's dumb. I'm a co-host on a podcast and we talk about stuff. Having an opinion on something doesn't make me a shill. Just as much as no one's calling me a hater when I speak in the majority. Today, IP address or not, all I wanted to do was have fun with my friends, talk about the game with my friends. And when I went down and I saw a bunch of IP address stuff from people who weren't content creators or people who had, like, no disrespect to them, like one viewer to their name, I just wanted to point out that, yeah, it's really bad. It is, of course it's bad, but it is not the end of everyone's world. It's only bad for content creators who can't make stuff yet. And people who make money via content creation, like for example Revealing, or Lejeune, they don't need Avengers to make money. It's the personalities that grew them, right? If you need Avengers to make money, I don't know, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, the game's not that big. Don't know if you've checked the numbers recently. They don't do bits, But I wish I didn't have to make this video. I just wanted somewhere to kind of go and rant about it. But at the end of the day, you've all got, like, people got to stop shitting themselves over a fucking tweet. And people got to stop shitting themselves over any time I post something that isn't the majority. Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I wanted to do Cosmic Key videos today. Of course I can't. So, you want to know how I responded about that? I just didn't fucking do one. Because I'm not a big YouTube channel. And when I wrote those tweets as well, people were commenting underneath, like, you're a content creator and you're downplaying this. It's not that I'm a content creator, so I have to agree with everything you fucking say. I'm a content creator who can live with not uploading a video straight away. I am fine with not being able to stream for a fucking day. That's me, though. I'm not saying you can't. And I don't know why all of a sudden my word is massive and it's important and shit like that. But honestly, like, screenshots to my fucking Twitter, sending it to completely ignorant morons. Again, uneducated sidekick. You really thought you owned me with that one, pal. And more. It's like, a tweet shouldn't fucking make you run to someone like a child. They shouldn't. Vague tweets shouldn't be a thing in this fucking community. Like, if you want to say something, be a man and come and message me. That's what should happen. We're an Avengers community. We're not. Like, a lot of us are adults, right? We're not fucking 5. If you have a conversation that you want to talk to me about, come and talk to me about it. Vague tweets and shit like that don't do nothing for me. And I know a lot of my videos are a lot more professional than this. I know they come across, a lot better, but I just kind of wanted to put my thoughts down on a video and get it out there as quick as possible. Again, I'm going to keep doing videos. I'm going to keep doing me. But this community sometimes, man, it sucks. Absolutely sucks ass. You can't have an opinion without people being like, fucking, hey, you're downplaying everyone. Oh, you're a dickhead, Stardust, right? You know, and I hold no regrets. No regrets. Absolutely no regrets. So what I'm going to do right now, even though it's like 10 minutes away. Again, look, I know this is different, so if you guys don't watch this, it is what it is. It's fine. So I put on Twitter, but hey fellas, decided to delete all the conversation about the IP address bug today, as it's clear that having a conversation against the angry majority isn't good for either side of the fence. What I meant by that is, people who are going to come at me for being fucking angry aren't going to get anything for being angry at me, and I'm going to get nothing from having a bunch of people at me. You know what I mean? And I said, I know it's not a good bug, it's terrible, and of course the leaking of information is never okay. It's a bit obvious though, isn't it? Like, why did I have to write that fucking part? People should know it's bad. It's not downplaying it, it's a very bad thing. It's fucking obvious. You'd have to have no brain cells to not know that, right? My point on the matter was that even though this bug exists, you're allowed to be excited. It isn't the end of everyone's world. Streamers are affected, and social media presence are. And that's not a good thing for the game. However, you're allowed to like something. Now, what I meant by that was that streamers may be affected, but that doesn't mean you as a person are, right? So if you play Cosmic Cube, and you have fun, don't stream it, by the way, you should have fun as a player, and you come out of it, and this IP thing really fucking annoys you, you got to ask yourself why. You got to ask yourself why. Because it doesn't affect gameplay, does it? You know what I mean? It doesn't affect your ability to play the game. But people will jump on it, and they'll attack me for saying those things. But I'm fucking right. I'm just telling you the truth. It doesn't affect gameplay. You don't have to be an advocate for content creators if you don't make content for the game. You can close your eyes and ears and play a game you enjoy. If you're an affected content creator, then I'm deeply sorry and I hope the patch helps you. I'm a content creator too, and my experience was that I won't stream it until the IP situation was resolved. I wasn't angry about it, purely because they had mentioned it was going to be fixed, and I didn't feel the need to waste my energy on something I can't control. Well, I mean, that's a big thing with this game, right? A lot of wasted fucking anger. A lot of wasted anger. It seems to me that no matter what this game's going to do, it's going to retreat. It's going to get quite an angry bunch of people. You know, granted, this is valid, but if people aren't angry like you are, doesn't mean they're wrong either. Do you know, talking about invalidating fucking players, when someone disagrees or doesn't say exactly what you're saying, it's... Yeah, anyway. That's me, though, and no one is wrong for being angry, but the type of people who came at me today for downplaying this to no when there's a million other posts out there feels like if you're in this game's community, you either shout with the majority or get out. Today, I focused on the positives of the patch, because it's healthy sometimes, and I was met with complete knockback. I think that's important to remember that. What I meant by that was, I tried to focus on nothing but the positives for this patch today. Not because I didn't want to raise awareness for the IP thing, but, trust me, there is no fucking way someone is only watching me in the Avengers community. Not happening. Sorry. It's just not. I'm not that, you know what I mean? You can say otherwise. I'm not naive. A lot of you came from High Ruler, which is... by the way, I absolutely love the fact I have anyone here at all, but a lot of you came from High Ruler, a lot of you just came because I do Avengers stuff, which is absolutely fine, but no one's watching the game through my lens, you know? And I think it's that constant knockback thing, and it just is so off-putting to have conversations in this community for that very reason, you know? Like, the amount of times I've tried to message people today because there's a vague tweet and stuff like that seems a little bit, shady. It makes me really pissed off. Because we're men, right? We're adults. We should be able to have a message and conversate, and not write vague tweets. You know what I mean? Like, there's people I've got blocked who are still talking about me because I had an opposite opinion. It's ridiculous, to be honest. And sometimes I just wish I weren't part of the community at all because of today. But there's sometimes, obviously, where, you know, I wanna be involved as much as I can, you know, because there's good things the community can do sometimes, man, like assemble for charity and stuff like that. There's a lot of good things, but other times I just want to put my fucking head in my hands and just be like, why do I even bother? And today was one of those days. For a multitude of reasons. The game's own fault, obviously. That's where it all stems from. Obviously, a problem with the game. But the community as well, you know, just shoving it down your throat that you have to be as upset as they are. Just is what it is, you know. Thank you for watching. If you managed to get to the end of this, I want to do videos on the Cosmic Cube when this problem's been fixed. I sort of want to slowly move to other pieces of content as well, to maybe eventually get away from this fucking cesspool. and yeah, see you guys in a bit.